The war between the United States, Israel and Iran is now entering a dangerous new phase, with the conflict spreading across West Asia and casualties mounting rapidly. A week after Washington and Tel Aviv launched their attacks on Iran, the scale of the military campaign is expanding, both on land and at sea. In Iran, a new wave of intense bombing struck the capital Tehran early on Saturday. According to reports, over 1,300 people have now been killed in the U.S.-Israeli strikes. The U.S. military's Central Command says it has already targeted more than 3,000 sites across Iran since February 28th, including military facilities and naval assets. Washington claims 43 Iranian warships have been destroyed so far. But the war is no longer confined to Iran. President Trump put out on Truth Social, and I quote, "Iran, which is being beat to hell, has apologized and surrendered to its West Asian neighbors and promised that it will not shoot at them anymore." This promise was only made because of the relentless U.S. and Israeli attacks. They were looking to take over and rule West Asia. It is the first time that Iran has ever lost in thousands of years to surrounding Middle Eastern countries. They have said, "Thank you, Mr. President." I have said, "You're welcome." Iran is no longer the bully of West Asia. The war is now spilling across the entire Gulf region. Qatar, Kuwait and the UAE have all reported incoming Iranian missiles and drones. Qatar says its air defense systems intercepted 9 out of 10 drones fired towards its territory. Saudi Arabia has also reported intercepting drones near its capital Riyadh. In fact, the disruption is already being felt. Kuwait has begun cutting production at some oil fields after storage facilities filled up amid export uncertainty. Meanwhile, Iran is warning that the conflict could expand even further. Tehran says the Strait of Hormuz remains open, but has warned that any U.S. or Israeli ships passing through could become targets. Iran has also warned European countries that they could become legitimate targets if they join the war. At the same time, geopolitics is shifting fast. Russia has expressed support for Iran, with President Vladimir Putin speaking to Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian and offering condolences for the deaths. The U.S. officials also claim Moscow is providing Tehran with intelligence on American military positions. In Israel, Iranian missile and drone attacks continue to trigger air raid sirens in Tel Aviv, northern Israel and the Negev desert. In Lebanon, Hezbollah has fired rockets into northern Israel, while Israeli airstrikes have hit towns in southern and eastern Lebanon. Lebanon's health ministry says Israeli strikes on eastern towns killed 41 people. While 217 people have been killed all over Lebanon since the attacks began, the fighting is also causing a growing humanitarian crisis, with residents fleeing areas including Tyre and Beirut's southern suburbs. Hezbollah tells residents of northern Israeli city Kiryat Shmona to evacuate immediately and head south. Israel Defense Minister has warned Israel has no territorial claims against Lebanon, but will act against threats originating from that country. Schools in Beirut are now being used as emergency shelters, and the security threats are spreading even further. In Iraqi Kurdistan, a drone attack struck a hotel in Erbil after warnings that Iran-aligned groups could target locations used by foreigners.